Hey there, Melaminah here. Welcome back to My Bikini Competition Journey and aloha from Hawaii. This week we are touring around Kauai. Oh my god, it is so beautiful, and I can't wait to show video and photos and stuff, but not quite yet. We'll do that when we return. This week we're continuing on with our 4-part series of A Week in the Life of. Basically, it's a week in the life of a bikini competitor, training for a competition, or at least a week in the life of this competitor. So we are now on part number 3. So if you missed it, the week actually started with Sunday night. That was in part number 1 a couple weeks ago. And then we went through Tuesday and Wednesday, part number 2 last week. And this is episode number 56. A week in the life of part 3, where we'll be exploring, let me see, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right, enjoy. Mahalo.
Good morning. Happy Thursday. I'm whispering because my husband has a rest day and he is still here. But I got up already. It's just before 5. Might be 5 now, and time for my daily weigh-in, so let's do that real quick. Okay, so since my hubby, I'm spilling hot coffee on myself. Since my hubby is still in bed on his rest day this morning, I decided to leave the house a little bit early. I'm treating myself to a plain black coffee again this morning. It is a lower body lift day, so I'm headed to the gym, and I usually have a little bit of coffee on lower body lift days just to give myself a little boost of energy. I don't really need it, but it does help a little bit. And the other thing how coffee does is kind of speeds things along in the bathroom area, so you know, who can be mad at that? Sorry, it's a little dark. It's still like 5:20 in the morning and it's cold. It's like 40 degrees out here. So yeah, I don't love that. That's not the best thing ever. Okay, so I just wanted to comment real quick on the scale. So the scale is down a bit. I'm back in the like 133 point something range, which is usually where I hang out. That's pretty normal for me to be in that area. So I'm not really sure why it took so long to get back to that point this week. Usually after a cheat meal, maybe it takes like 3 days. Like maybe I have the cheat meal on Sunday and then, you know, by Wednesday it's back to normal. For some reason this week it took an extra time, and like I shared before, it might have been because I was having too much sodium because I was trying to use up that avocado salsa. I don't know, whatever. But I have my check-in tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. So in addition to tracking my weight every morning, I also have to track and log the amount of hours that I sleep. And I'm supposed to get 8. My coach wants me to get 8 hours of sleep. Most of the time that happens, I think. Not always. Sometimes I'm at like 7.5 or something. And then happily on the weekends, sometimes I get like 9 or 9.5, which I love because I love to sleep. Alright, so we're at the gym, and I've already done my warm-up. It's the same one that I did last time, so the leg swings and just some general glute activation warm-ups. And then now I'm supposed to do a pause squat, but that's one of the ones that hurts my back. So usually I substitute the trap bar for this, but let me give it a try. Let me just see. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter today. My hip, back, whatever area is feeling okay, although I am feeling a little bit of like pinching in the hip area, so squatting may not be the best thing today, but let me go a little bit lighter and see how it goes. Is in the books, and now I am just doing some cool down. All right, workout is complete. I burned 561 calories. I hope you can see that. It took me a while today. I worked out for an hour and 52 minutes. I don't know why it took so long. I guess some things just required a bit of extra setup or whatever, but anyhow. All right, getting in some cardio. This is cardio number 2 for the week, and trying not to get run over by anything. And I'm taking the hubs with me this time. Okay, it's a little afternoon and we just got back from our walk, and I'm gonna have my second meal of the day. So this is my chicken meal. Okay, so here is where things start to become more stressful. So I just found out that I have a lunch commitment for tomorrow, and normally for like food related things, like I would just take my lunch with me or take the food with me and, you know, eat whatever. Or I would pitch, like, can we do something else, like a different activity or whatever that doesn't involve food. But this particular thing, I am unable to do either one of those workarounds. So we will be going to a restaurant. I know what the restaurant is, thank God. So one of the things that's helpful to kind of take some of the stress out of the situation is I can Google their menu. You know, I can go to their website and look at the menu, and I can choose ahead of time what is going to fit my macros. So what's stressful about it now is I have to completely derail my whole day and build my whole day's worth of meals and macros around this one meal. So much of life, so much of being social revolves around food. And when you're on a strict nutrition plan, I don't like to use the word diet because that has like connotations, you know, that implies like restrictive, like inherently or whatever. But
when you're on a meal plan that is a certain way and has to be a certain way, I guess it is restrictive, it gets really stressful when you're not able to casually deviate away from that. You know, if I was just doing working out for aesthetics, like just for being healthy and like trying to look good, you know, look good enough or whatever, like on a normal basis, then it really wouldn't be that big of a deal. I would just go, I would pick a healthier meal, or not. Maybe I would like indulge because I was going out, maybe not go overboard, but make it like a burger, you know, or something like that. But now I have to go to the website and look at their meals, and luckily this place does have, I looked a little bit already, and it does have their calories on the menu. So I'm hoping that in my Fitness Pal, I'll be able to input the dish and it'll give me the macros, because the menu for the restaurant doesn't have the macros. Most people don't know what macros are. Most people don't give a shit about what the macros are. They're just looking strictly at calories, but not all calories are created equal. And especially when, you know, for someone like me who's trying to track all these individual different things, it makes it tough. And, you know, and then I track micros too, right? We've been talking about that a little bit as well. So sodium, potassium, magnesium, sugar, all this stuff. I guarantee you that my sodium is going to be blown out of the water tomorrow, because you can't go anywhere where a chef prepares the food and have it be low sodium. Oh, and then the added component of gluten-free. Now I have to figure out if it says on their menu. When I looked a moment ago, it didn't even indicate on their menu what was gluten-free and what wasn't. So I might work out a meal plan for my, or the meal tomorrow, and then get there and then hopefully not, but have to abandon it because it's not a gluten-free dish. Or, you know, hopefully it's straightforward enough that it's not gluten anyway, and I can ask for, you know, if it's like a salad or something, I can ask for the dressing on the side or change the dressing or whatever it is. So hopefully I can find a dish that seems to be mostly gluten-free anyhow, and then I can just confirm when it's there. But this is part of the reason why I have no social life, is because it is so difficult to stay on track with things. And, you know, it's a lot of people, especially in our social group, like to have cocktails, and it's difficult to, I'm only allowed one drink per week, and sometimes most of the time I don't even have that. But, you know, I don't want to use it tomorrow, that's for sure, because I try to save cheat stuff for the weekend so that I have something to look forward to. So these kinds of things are a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie. And it gets old. I feel like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place of either never going out and always saying no to like every social event, or I have to like jump through all these hoops just to feed myself at a thing. This is the part that I really don't enjoy about this whole process. So, okay, I'm gonna go, because I need to hop on their website again and like really comb through it and see what I can eat, and then build the rest of my meals around that for tomorrow. Okay, so the good news is that the restaurant that we're going to tomorrow for lunch had their menu online, and it took a little bit of digging, but there were some extra links that you could click on that pointed to, the first one I clicked on pointed to like the nutritional information. And so that was kind of cool. And I was sort of looking through that and just looking at like the ingredients to see if I could suss out if there was gluten or dairy or soy or any of that in there. And then I noticed that they had an allergens menu, or it was an allergens like nutrition guide or whatever they called it. And so it listed all of their all of the dishes that they offered, and then it had like a checkbox or like little X's in these columns for whether or not it contained certain ingredients. So they had a column for nuts, like tree nuts. They had a column for soy, gluten, wheat, dairy, eggs, like all these different things, fish, like all these different things. So at first I was kind of like looking at the allergens list and then trying to compare that to the menu. And then I noticed one step further where it actually said, I forget exactly where I saw it on the menu, but it said something about like a specialty menu. So I clicked on that and it was so awesome. It popped up this PDF that had a section that said gluten-free options and all their choices. And then there was a section for dairy-free. So it was milk, dairy, like all dairy, and what else did milk, dairy, it might have said eggs in that category also. And then they had another one, so that was one section, and then they had a section for vegan. So I have so many things that I am not supposed to have at the moment. Soy, I'm not supposed to have soy. I'm not supposed to have dairy. I'm not supposed to have eggs. I'm not supposed to have, I can have dairy substitutes, but I can't have like animal milk or animal dairy. And I'm not supposed to have wheat or gluten. So I went through and I looked at the gluten-free section. And then what I ended up, I Googled a couple of the sauces and stuff like that. And it turned out that some of the sauces are like they have eggs or whatever. So the other thing I did was I kind of looked at the gluten section and I looked at the dairy-free section and I tried to see like what overlapped. And they made some comments and some things that said like, request without XYZ sauce or request without the dressing or whatever in order to make it dairy-free. So that, my friends, is what I'm going to do. I've identified 2 separate entrees. Excuse me. Both of them are salmon. That way I get enough fats and enough protein. And it's my fish serving for the day, which is good. So it kind of checks a lot of boxes. And I'm just going to tell them, please, no sauces. So like 0 sauces, 0 dressings. And instead, I'm just going to ask for lemon juice or lemons or whatever, which honestly is pretty much what I do at home anyhow. So I don't think it'll be that bad. When I get home from the lunch, I can figure out what other macros I need to boost up. I already know that I'm going to be really short on carbs. I'm going to be low on carbs already. So that'll be fine. I can just add rice to whatever dish I have for dinner. Or maybe I can have a little bit more, some more sweet potatoes or something. So that's not a problem. But I should pretty easily hit my fat target, my fat macro, and my protein macro. And honestly, the protein is the most important one. That way I maintain my muscle mass and continue to grow muscle mass as well, without adding a bunch of body fat and stuff. So, all right, so Thursday is pretty much done. I made my breakfast for tomorrow, and I don't have to pack my bag because I don't have to go to the gym tomorrow. I do have my check-in tomorrow, so I've already selected what bikini I'm gonna wear for my check-in. Honestly, a lot of my bikinis, they get kind of like mangled or like tangled when they're in the wash. And so the strings for everything are kind of like all over the place, and most of them need to be fixed and corrected before they're wearable. And honestly, I don't have the bandwidth right now to like go through and fix everything before I wear one. So I just went through and I picked whichever one would be the least amount of hassle, and was basically ready to go. So that is queued up. And I still need to put my supplements together for tomorrow. I still have to take my last dose, the before bed supplements. So I'll do that once I'm done chatting with you. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's it. Just need to wash my face and get in bed. And hopefully it's just a tiny bit after 8 now. So hopefully I'll be able to be in bed by like 8:30 and kind of winding down and fall asleep before 9. So, yeah, I mean, tomorrow is Friday. It's check-in day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning and happy Friday. It is check-in day. So I just got up a few minutes ago. I slept in this morning till about 5:15, and then I kind of laid in bed for like 5 minutes and got up, and because I don't have to go to the gym today, but I do need to do my check-in. So I slept okay last night. I got a little over 8 hours, almost 8.5, I guess. But I had a lot of bad dreams last night, so we'll see how that affects my energy today. Right now I feel pretty good, feel pretty awake. Just did my morning pee. I know, TMI. And I'm now gonna do my my weight check-in. So my daily weight check-in is still up slightly from where I feel is normal. Normally I would be like around 133 something. Today I'm sitting at 144.0. So whatever. As I look in the mirror, say hi, Gracie. As I look in the mirror, I still feel like the slightest bit bloated, or I look the slightest bit bloated. I don't feel so bad this morning. Hopefully it stays that way. It's so uncomfortable. But the next part of my bi-weekly check-in is to do my measurements. So I have my tape measure here, and I'm gonna do my chest, my waist, and my hips, and I'll be right back. Okay, bi-weekly check-in is complete. So I did my measurements, and I didn't like really analyze them yet, but just from that quick initial look, it looks like I have had some changes in my body composition. Yeah, some compositional changes, which also kind of supports what's going on the scale. So I noticed that the scale is up a little bit. Maybe that means that maybe it's muscle. I don't know. That would be great. So the combination of a higher weight on the scale but lower measurements kind of supports loss of fat and increase in muscle. So cool. I'll definitely take that every day, all day. So after I did my daily weight check-in, and then also for my bi-weekly and my measurements, I took my photos. And I feel like I didn't really look super closely at them yet either, but just like the quick look when I was taking them, they look pretty good. I can see a little bit more definition in some different places, so that's exciting. And then after I took my photos, I did my bi-weekly evaluation. So I go onto their website, and there's a questionnaire. I log in as a client, and then there's a questionnaire for me to fill out. Alrighty, so I just got back. Well, I haven't gotten anywhere. I'm still in the car. But I just finished with that lunch obligation, and it went okay. I mean, thank God that I was able to look up the menu online ahead of time, and I had a game plan, and I knew what I was going to do. And also, luckily, they actually had that dish, because sometimes you look stuff up online and then it's not available, the menu's changed or whatever. So they had the dish. I asked for no dressing, no sauces, no nothing. So that went pretty well. It
it was still awkward. I mean, it's always awkward. Everyone was ordering appetizers and dishes to share and, you know, desserts, and especially with the apps and stuff. You know, everyone's trying to be nice, so they're asking, what do you want, or whatever. So it was a little odd, maybe a little uncomfortable to just have to explain kind of over and over, like, I'm gluten-free at the moment, and I can't have dairy, and I can't have this. So it was like, just, it's okay, get whatever you want, don't worry about me, you know, and not in like a martyr kind of a way, but like, just matter of fact, like, get whatever you want, I'll take care of me, don't worry about it, honestly. So that happened, and yeah, but otherwise pretty uneventful, and the food was good, so that's kind of nice. And when I get home, I'll take a look at the macros and see what I can have for the rest of my meals. And then just as an aside, I don't know if you've noticed, probably not, because I don't think you've seen me walking around, but I carry my water with me everywhere. I feel like I'm kind of behind on my water intake a little bit today, but I do carry water with me everywhere, because I have a goal, or I don't know, I guess a goal, to drink a gallon of water a day. I don't know that I always drink a gallon, but I definitely drink a lot. And this thing is 73 ounces. So I drink probably 1.5 of those a day. I'm not exactly sure what that works out to in gallons, but I do that so that I meet my water goal every day, which is why I always have to get up in the middle of the night to go pee. I know, TMI. But anywho, that is that, and I'm on my way home, or whatever. But I am in the car again because now I'm off to an appointment. I have an appointment with my good friend who is an amazing massage therapist, and she's gonna work on my glute issue, and I'm also gonna have her spend some time on that deltoid injury. And yeah, the last time I had a session with her, it was so good. I mean, she's good anyway, but like really good. I felt like it helped kind of springboard me forward a bit. So hopefully, I'm sure that'll happen.
A library employee opens
again today. All right, so Friday night, it is 7:50 and I'm exhausted. It's been a long week. It's been an even longer day. Today was kind of stressful and I mostly didn't love it. Some things were okay, other things not so much. Yeah, the lunch that I had to go to, like, it worked out okay, but that was pretty stressful and I didn't love that either. But it's done, and I'm doing some food prep right now for tomorrow because I have to go to the gym tomorrow. So my gym has a couple of different locations, and one of the locations is open both Saturday and Sunday, which is good because the way my schedule is, I have to work out one weekend day, and it's nice to have the flexibility of whether it's going to be Saturday or Sunday. This week I've decided to work out on Saturday because we're going to a show Saturday night. So I mean, chances are we'll be getting home a little bit later than I'm used to, or than I normally do, so I'll be going to bed later than usual. And if I don't get good sleep, I like to be at the gym right when they open so I can get in, get it done, and get out, and they're less crowded and all that. So if I stay out later, that means I'm getting to bed later, which means I'm not getting as much sleep, and then I don't get in as good of a workout.
So, so yeah, so I'm gonna go tomorrow. The other location that I go to on the weekends has what they call a recovery lab, which is really cool because they have massage chairs. They have I think they're Normatec is what I think they're called. I always get the name wrong, but they're compression boots. So it'll, you know, compress and squeeze the muscles in your legs and feet and all that after the workout. They have, did I say infrared saunas? No, I didn't yet. They have infrared saunas. They have like a stretch cage, and I'll show you all this tomorrow while I'm there. So usually when I'm there on the weekends, I stay a little bit longer and I do some recovery after my workout, and it's really nice. So there by then, but we'll just see how it goes tomorrow, and of course I'll take you with me and you can see how it goes. But for now, I need to finish packing my breakfast, and I need to load some clothes for the gym tomorrow and for after my shower tomorrow, and get to bed because I am so tired. Alrighty, good night.